Hey guys, I'm back. Quick little orchid haul video today. I got some new plants that I'm really excited to show off to you guys. I get new orchids all the time, and if I filmed one of these videos every time I got a new package, it would get a little ridiculous. But once in a while, if I order from a different vendor that I don't buy from very often, or if there's just something kind of interesting about it, I will make a video about it. So today we are talking about my huge Black Friday sale haul from Ecuagenera. In case you've never heard of them before, they are out of Ecuador, and they're a huge seller of orchids and exotic plants. A lot of cool stuff that you can't find at regular US vendors, so they're really awesome. I tend to shop there when I'm having a craving for some new pleurothalids because they have a huge selection of them, and they have a lot of other cool exotic plants too, like aroids and stuff like that, so definitely check them out if that's something you're interested in. Just keep in mind, because they're in Ecuador, if you place an order, it could take a little while before you actually get it. I placed this order a while ago. This was part of their big Black Friday sale. It was a pretty good sale. They had a lot of great deals, so I got a good amount of plants, but I didn't get them until just now. So I think because it was the winter time. I've ordered from them during the summertime before, and I think I got them within 4 to 6 weeks or something, which isn't that bad. But because it was the winter time and the holidays and all that, it took me a while to get them. I didn't film the actual unboxing for a couple of reasons, because I'm not very good at filming them. Everything was packaged really well. I unboxed everything, got everything cleaned up. I am really excited to show you what I got. I got some real cool stuff. Up first here is a very cute little Angraecum magdalene, which is an awesome little Angraecum. They're really cool. And I actually had one of these already, but it's a very small seedling that's gonna take a while to flower. So I thought I'd just get another one since it was a good price anyway. I think I've said this before, but Angraecoids are kind of slow growing, a lot of them. So I would recommend getting a blooming size one if you can. With a lot of cattleyas and stuff, it's great to get little seedlings and plugs because it's a cheap way to get new orchids. But when it comes to some of these kind of slower growing or more challenging plants, I think it's better to just hold out until you can get a good size one. So this one's still pretty small, but it's further along than that other one I have, and it's got a few kind of like secondary fans coming in. You can't really see them right now, but I'm excited to have this one, and I think it'll flower definitely sooner than my other little seedling will. I think I might have been the most excited about this one here. This is Lepanthopsis astrophora, which is this super cool micro miniature from, I think, like Venezuela, Colombia area. And it has these awesome little kind of like star-shaped purple flowers. They almost look like tiny little like phal flowers or something. It's really cool. And this plant looks so nice and healthy. Most of the plants I've ever gotten from Ecuagenera have been like really good sized and nice and bushy and good looking, so very happy with this one. It's actually pretty easy growing as far as these little pleurothalid type orchids go, but they still need real good humidity. They're definitely not a windowsill plant, but if you are just getting into little pleurothalids and are looking for one that's pretty forgiving, I would give this one a try, and those flowers are just adorable. I can't wait till this blooms. It has tons of old spikes on it. Clearly it's a happy plant, and I hope I can do it justice and flower it soon. Up next here is another one that I was just thrilled to get my hands on. This is Lepanthopsis callow, which is this adorable little orchid from, I think it's native to Ecuador, but it's kind of famous for this wonderful foliage that it has. It has little kind of like orange flowers that aren't much compared to the foliage, but the leaves are just beautiful. It's almost like a little jewel orchid or something. It's really stunning. Right now I have it just in this little plastic cup. I have a little lid that I put over the top of it sometimes. In case I didn't make it clear with that Lepanthopsis, these are not orchids that can be grown just in open air. They will deteriorate really fast. The thing about these little sort of pleurothalid type orchids, they are just so small. They lose moisture. Plants kind of give off moisture just through breathing, just respirating through their leaves. They lose moisture. They lose it faster when the air is dry. and they're just losing moisture faster than they can take it back up through those little roots. So when the air is moist and humid, it can kind of hang on to that water a bit more. And because they're so small, there's just very little room for error. If they get a little too dry just once, it's enough to kill them sometimes. So definitely got to be careful with these. I don't really love the way the cup looks, but it works for now. I might try to get something a little better looking eventually. I'd love to start a little terrarium eventually, but I might just do a little cloche for this in the meantime. But I'm super thrilled to have this. It looked a little sad when I first unpackaged it. It had dropped a couple leaves and stuff, but I think that's understandable. It looks fine. I think it'll bounce back, but I'm so thrilled to have this. I will definitely keep you guys posted and let you know how it does for me. I really hope I don't kill it. And you guys know me, I had to grab a couple Mazdavalias and Draculas. Here is the adorable Dracula lotax. I love the foliage, it's so cute. It looks like grass, super cool. They have really cute little flowers, awesome. I used to have one of these and I killed it, so I got another one. I don't know why mine died because they're actually pretty easy growing as far as Draculas and Mazdavalias go. I think I just had it in sort of like a bad spot on my shelves that was a bit too bright and dry, because they're really not too bad. If you wanted to give a Dracula orchid a try, this is probably like the best beginner one, I would think. So really cool. I'm happy to have finally gotten another one. They're actually not too hard to find these days. They're a bit more common, so definitely worth giving one a shot. They're really cool. When I had mine before, I didn't have it long enough to flower it, so I haven't bloomed one yet, and I'm excited to be giving it another try. Super cool little Dracula. Up next here is a wonderful Mazdavalia. This is Mazdavalia amabilis. My first time growing this one. It's a bit of a cooler grower. I'm hoping it'll do okay for me. I grow indoors, so I can sort of control my temps a bit. It never gets too hot in here, but I'm still a little nervous, but we'll see. The thing that's nice about Ecuagenera, and especially when they have those big sales, you can get a lot of stuff for pretty cheap, so sometimes you might feel like trying something that you otherwise wouldn't because, you know, what the hell. But amabilis is such a cool Mazda. It has these really nice tall spikes with these beautiful pink flowers. They're really cool, and I'd love to flower this thing someday, so I hope it does okay for me. I'm pretty stoked to have it. I'll definitely keep you guys posted, let you know how it does for me. Up next here is a really cool and kind of well-known Mazdavalia hybrid. This is called Mazdavalia confetti, and it's pretty well known because it has these really gorgeous pink flowers. I actually have one of the parents of this orchid. I have Mazdavalia glandulosa, so I'm excited to have the confetti. And another thing that's cool about this Mazdavalia is it's actually fragrant, I think. One of the parents, Strobelii, is fragrant, and apparently it smells like cream soda or like root beer or something, so I'm really excited. I'm pretty sure that the confetti is fragrant as well because of that parent, but very exciting to have this one in my collection. The pink flowers are really cool. They have sort of like a bit of a cool like texture, like they're kind of fuzzy and have little like purple dots on them. They're just really cool, and there aren't a ton of fragrant Mazdavalias, so that's a pretty cool special thing too. So very thrilled to have this, and I think it's actually not terribly sensitive as far as Mazdavalias go. I think it's a little bit more temperature tolerant. I want to say Strobelii is like a touch warmer growing. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I think this has a reputation as being sort of easier to grow than some other Mazdavalias, so very happy to have this one. Hope I flower it soon. And last but not least, this is Miltoniopsis phalaenopsis, which is a really cool species Miltoniopsis that is not all that common in people's collections, so I was really happy to get one. They are really cool and sort of different than the Miltoniopsis you're used to seeing. The reason it sort of gets that name, Miltoniopsis phalaenopsis, is that the flowers are a bit phalaenopsis-like, apparently, and I guess I can sort of see the resemblance. The flowers are a bit smaller and waxier in substance than a lot of the big kind of flouncy Miltoniopsis that you typically see, but you still get that cool pattern on the lip, and they're also very fragrant. They're definitely not the easiest thing to grow. Miltoniopsis in general are a bit finicky, but this being like a cooler growing species one, it's definitely going to be tough. It actually came to me in spike, but a couple of the buds blasted. It looks like if I'm lucky, one or two of them might make it, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. It looked like it had a bit of a tough time in transit, a bit of like leaf tip dieback and stuff. I have to be careful with this one and keep an eye on it, but hopefully it'll bounce back and do well for me because they're really cool and unusual and interesting addition to my collection. All right, that's it from me for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm actually going to go back to filming because I'm filming another video. I know, crazy. Usually I'm like scrambling at the last minute to like come up with a video, but I'm actually filming 2 videos at once. This is nuts. So I think I'm on track to start posting more often and, you know, having more videos out to you guys. Stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, please. I'm really excited to be doing this, and I really enjoy talking orchids with you guys. So stick around. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.